Have you ever sat down at your desk determined to make a video, knowing that to stay consistent, you're gonna have to post, but no matter how hard you think or how much coffee you drink, you just can't think of anything? Honestly, that was me trying to write the script for this video. Ironic considering my whole idea was to talk about what to do when you're feeling uninspired, but it made me realize sometimes you need to take a step back from the screen, breathe a little bit, and just live in the moment. Kind of unintentionally, I've developed a routine for myself that I find myself returning to again and again whenever I experience a lack of inspiration or a lack of motivation around creating my content. So in the midst of my mini creative slump, I thought I'd take you along for that routine today. I tried this new overnight hairstyle. I'm curious to see if it worked at all. Sometimes I braid my hair, but I've never twisted it like this. I'm about to probably ruin it by going on a jog anyway, but just so we know if this method works. Maybe a little bit. It's pretty subtle. If you're new here, by the way, my name's Katie. I'm a full-time content creator and I own a creative agency called Creatorly Media. And my current go-to smoothie recipe is strawberries, bananas, protein powder, and oat milk. Now you know everything you need to know. Okay, so this morning's more of a breakfast walk, which I like to do sometimes. I think I'm maybe gonna go to a workout class later today. So, you know, we're taking it easy. But it is a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. So I think I've made it pretty clear that I'm struggling with this lack of inspiration myself. So I thought I would just take a second to talk about why. Honestly, things have been very chaotic work-wise lately. Last week, you may have noticed I posted 2 videos, which is not typical for me. Honestly, with the way that I approach YouTube now, like I've explained, I recently changed my workflow where I am like really taking the entire week, like many hours to make each YouTube video. So doing 2 in 1 week was just like very overwhelming, and like basically I was working every evening and like all weekend long to try to get everything done. And then I felt like as soon as I finished up that second video, it was like time to sit down and work on this one. Sometimes content creation can just feel like this treadmill that you can't get off. And so I was like, you know what? I just need to try something different and fresh. So I was just kind of feeling burnt out on these like really high production videos that I've been doing lately. I think trying out different formats, different creative styles can really help you get re-inspired. So I thought today I would try out doing a more chatty vlog format because I really hardly ever do this. Mostly I try to make sure my videos are so tightly scripted and like very highly produced. Like even the recent very meta vlog that I did about how to not feel awkward while vlogging, like that was very tightly scripted, which you probably noticed. And you know what? I appreciate watching some of my favorite creators when they do a more chill video every so often. So I was like, I feel like this will be a good creative reset. It is a Friday. It has been a very busy work week. So I just feel like having a more fun day. Hopefully it'll be fun for you to come along for the ride too. You know what a lot of people don't talk about is sometimes the answer to your lack of inspiration or motivation is just to get help. Help with your content strategy, help with your editing, even just some emotional support. And that is actually all stuff that we are very happy to provide you with at my agency, Creatorly Media. We're currently accepting new clients for YouTube editing, podcast management, and our brand new full social strategy package. If any of that interests you, check it out at creatorlymedia.com. Okay, it's so cliche, but it's so true. When you're feeling kind of uninspired and unmotivated, I really think like just getting outside, getting away from like staring at your computer screen is one of the most crucial things you can do. And you know what? It doesn't hurt if you pop by your favorite little cute coffee shop and pick up a pastry, because we all need a silly little treat sometimes, you know? I think especially when you're feeling uninspired, there's a real temptation to look at what the other people in your niche are doing online, especially the other people that you maybe perceive as doing better than you, having more views than you, having more engagement, whatever it may be. But unfortunately, that will almost always lead to you making like a less good version of whatever it is they made. Like you need to start from something more original. And so that's why I really think it's important to try to draw inspiration from sources that are not necessarily other creators, but are maybe from different media entirely. Bonus points if that media doesn't include you looking at screens. Though I will say, I think it can be very helpful to like watch movies to get ideas about structuring narratives, different creative shots you might want to get. But today I am seeking out inspiration from books. So we're headed to the library. Lately, I've been kind of a big fan of just reading random nonfiction books about stuff that I'm interested in learning about. It doesn't have to be like directly related to your niche or even about making videos or filmmaking or whatever, to still provide you with some new inspiration. And like literally, libraries are so underrated. Like, can you believe this is all free? It's incredible. I've been spending a lot of my working time today in the Creator Club, which if you didn't know, I have a little membership. Today is one of our feedback days. So basically people can go into the community, submit their latest YouTube video or reel, and we'll watch each other's content and share feedback. So I've just been in here like watching people's videos, typing my feedback. It makes me really happy to like see what you are all creating. One might even say it's inspiring. But honestly, it has been a really full work week and I'm in the mood to take things easier today. Plus, I have a very exciting trip coming up. I debated whether I'd leave it a cliffhanger in this video, but I'll just tell you, I'm going to Sony Camera Camp again, which I'm very excited about. I'm gonna make a whole vlog about it, so stay tuned for that. I've been planning out my outfits, which I love to do before trips, and some of the outfits I envision include pieces that I don't own yet, but I've been thinking about getting for a while. So I think we might go shopping together. Does that sound good? You good with that? I think we should do that. Okay, but before we head out, I did want to mention one other method for regaining inspiration that I think is very, very helpful. And that is taking some time to learn new things. And the perfect way to do that is with the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. And very exciting news, your girl has her very own class now published on Skillshare. We all know Skillshare as a platform with thousands of classes for creative people, from video editing to graphic design to photography to productivity and more. You can learn about all of that on Skillshare. And now you can even learn from me. I recently released a class called Habits for Content Creators, Build a System for Consistency and Growth. In it, I teach you how to create a content creation system that is going to keep you consistent, help you make high quality content that you're proud of, and ultimately help you grow an audience. This is the exact process that I use for planning out what my content workflow looks like to make sure that I upload a video every single week and see real results from it. The best part is you can take my Skillshare class totally for free because the first 500 people to sign up for Skillshare using my link will get 1 month free. That is definitely enough time to take my class. So make sure you take this opportunity, click the link in the description and sign up for Skillshare today. And thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's head out. One thing about me is if I can go somewhere on transit instead of driving, then I will. Kind of on a mission to find some sneakers. Ever have my size anywhere? No. Also, these shoes are hella sold out everywhere.
gonna be honest with y'all, this has kind of been a bust. Now I just need to go back and get the train, but I'm just gonna go thrifting because I feel like I'll have better luck finding stuff I actually like. Like the mall just feels disappointing these days, but you know what? I did pick up these sandals, so that's a win.
So I think I'm gonna go to a Pilates class with some friends this evening. Two more absolutely go-to re-inspiration activities for me are getting some exercise, getting some movement in, and two, spending time with friends. And it's just so efficient when you can take those two things and turn them into one activity. So this evening, my friends Katie and Sarah, yes, there's another Katie in my life. I mean, I was born in the late 90s. What do you expect? Booked a Pilates class at a studio just close to my apartment. And then they're gonna come back over here and we're gonna have some dinner together. It's a pretty warm day. So I think I'm going to be very sweaty, but let's go do this. There is truly nothing better than just having a meal and chatting with your friends. It's just so valuable to have people in your life that you can talk about your big hopes and dreams and like your true feelings. And it definitely leaves you feeling more inspired. What a day it has been. I'm gonna be honest with you, throughout the day I've felt kind of insecure about this video. And I feel like that is kind of a symptom of going outside of your creative comfort zone a little bit and trying something different. Normally I feel so prepared and so planned and so strategic with my videos, but today, for the sake of a bit of an inspirational refresh, I intentionally was not. Who's to say if it was better or worse? I mean, I think when you're trying out new things creatively, when you're trying to find new inspiration, I think you almost need to try to not even think about it that way. Sometimes what you create isn't bad or good, it just is, and it's always a learning process. And I think if you don't allow yourself that experimentation because you hold yourself to such a high standard that nothing can ever be like less than perfect, then it's gonna be really difficult to get out of that creative rut to find inspiration again. If I'm really honest with myself, I think that is one of my key issues, is like I really do struggle with holding myself to like impossibly high standards where like every video needs to be a 1 out of 10 or else I feel like a failure, or feeling like the next video always needs to be better than the last. There always has to be more b-roll, more interesting music changes, more cool graphics. And again, I think that can be stifling. It's kind of counterintuitive because you would think that like having those really high standards and like always aiming for better will get you better results. But I actually think that might be, if you're feeling uninspired lately, one of like the main causes why you are, is maybe because we're holding ourselves to too high of a standard and burning ourselves out creatively trying to chase that constantly. So I think it's just a good reminder for myself, maybe you too, that sometimes in a situation where you're feeling less than inspired, the solution is taking imperfect action, trying something new, allowing it to not be 100% optimized and the best thing you've ever made, but at least you made something. At least you experimented. At least you saw what was possible. So I hope that can be my parting message for you today. If you are feeling uninspired, get outside, find new sources of inspiration that are offline, spend time with your friends, move your body, do things that aren't strictly productive, like going to the mall and absolutely failing to find the sneakers that you want, and just try to hold that not so tightly and just like allow it to be what it is. Sometimes I think we try to force ourselves into the situations that are going to allow for the best productivity, the most inspiration, and it ends up backfiring because we are holding on to it just too tightly. So I hope today you can let go a little bit, and in that letting go, I think you will find the inspiration that you need. If you'd like to support my channel, the best way that you can do that is by watching another video from me. This one has been selected specially for you by the YouTube algorithm. And as always, I hope you're having adventures and following your dreams, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!